Today we are going to visit the nude beaches of St. Martin. This place here, this is not a nude beach, but we came here for another reason. This is ridiculous. This feels so irresponsible. That was an A330 just meters from us. There's the roadway. This is crazy. Okay, now that we had that, let's go to the nude beaches.
We are Nick and Linz. For the last 5 years, we have been traveling to some of the most amazing nature places on the planet. And now we embarked on an epic journey to experience naturism in every continent of the world. Subscribe and travel along with us. Right now we are in St. Martin.
St. Martin is home to the famous Orient Beach, probably the best known nude beach in the whole Caribbean. But there are several other nude beaches. We identified 4 of them and went for a road trip. Visiting 4 nude beaches in one day may sound like an ambitious plan, but this is a very small island. And still it is home to 2 different countries. In the north there's Saint Martin, and in the south there's St. Martin. But you don't really notice that there's a difference between these places. At the French side they do speak some French. At the Dutch side we've only been there briefly, but we haven't heard anything that sounds even remotely similar to Dutch. But in the end everybody speaks English here. The access road to this beach looks like a gated community, but apparently you just have to tell the people that you're going to Beilong, to the beach, and then they let you through. There's nobody else on the parking. I don't know if that is a good sign or a bad sign.
It's definitely a good sign.
I just hope that we're in the right place. There's not a single person on this beach, and it's a huge beach. It's called Beilong, which means long beach. And yeah, it's a really long beach, but there's absolutely nobody. Maybe that is why it's known to be a nude beach, because nobody ever comes here. I don't know, it makes it a little bit difficult for us, because we've been told that most of the times we have to go to the edges of the beach to that's where the nudist sections are. Of course there's nobody here, so we can be naked anywhere, I guess.
It is a beautiful beach, but I'm not super blown away by it because I don't think it's worth to drive because it takes you a long time to get here.
You want to go for a swim?
You're joking, right? Of course. Quite some undercurrent. Okay, I'm not super impressed by the beach, but the water does feel good.
It is a very nice beach, but we have several more on our list. And the fact that we are alone here makes it a little bit lonely. So we're moving on to the next one, and that's one of the most popular nude beaches of St. Martin. As the name Beilong may have suggested, we are on the French side of the island. And we're gonna spend most of the day here because this is where all the nude beaches are. Kouy Beach is literally just around the corner of Beilong. We found the parking spot. Let's hope we find the path to the beach. I think I see one. Seems like this is not the right section of the beach, but they talk about the section, so there's probably another section. I gotta say, this is not the kind of beach I had in mind. It's all rocks and it's very hot here. There's almost no wind. Maybe there's another piece. This looks a bit more like a picturesque nude beach.
Yeah.
And there's a naked guy in the sea, which also is quite a good clue. The only question is, how do we get there?
Found it!
This is our spot?
Oh, I think so. We just have to be super careful with tides because the water is coming in very close. This is our spot. It's a little bit up higher.
This is starting to look like the picturesque beaches of St. Martin. And it's really beautiful with the yellow rocks behind us. The sea is a bit rocky though, it's not that great to swim. But yeah, you can't have it all. Or maybe you can, maybe we will have it all in one of the next beaches.
Compared to Long Beach, I prefer this beach because you have all these beautiful little coves, you have these rocks. It's, I don't know, it's a little bit more adventurous. So yeah, I prefer this beach.
Here too there were very few people. I think I counted maybe 5 other naturists. Maybe it's the season, this is still low season. Or maybe it's because there are better nude beaches. We'll find out later today. We still have Orient Beach on our agenda and that's probably the most famous one. Our next stop for today is the least accessible nude beach on the list, but in terms of St. Martin, this just means that you can't park right next to the beach, but need a little hike to get there. Maybe it's because these countries are colonies that I didn't really expect roads in this condition. But there are quite a lot of dirt roads and there are a lot of potholes. This beach is Friars Beach. This is not known to be a nude beach, but from here starts a hiking trail that should take us to Happy Bay. There's a stingy plant.
A stinky or a stingy?
Stingy. Maybe stinky too, I don't know.
Maybe stinky too. Let me check. No, it's not. Just stingy. Looking at the conditions of this hiking trail, I don't think it's very popular. It's quite overgrown.
It feels like going through tight jungle. There are 2 trails that go to Happy Bay. One is the easier trail, that's supposed to be mostly dirt road. But this one is set to be the more scenic way, which makes it more beautiful to put in the video. You're very welcome. And the easiest way of all is to go by boat. And although I appreciate easy ways to get to nude beaches, I can also enjoy the hike to get there. It gives you like a certain sense of accomplishment.
Okay, we're out of the jungle. Oh wow! Woo! Yep! Instead of looking at the view, I should look at where I'm going.
Hiking on flip-flops. That is how we roll.
Not bad!
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
This is definitely worth a 10-minute hike. I've been told that the nudist sides of this beach are in the corners, like either left or right, but there are very few people, so I think we can be naked anywhere. I think I see a naked guy in the distance. There's some local Asian art. This could be a temple in Bali. What I immediately appreciate about this beach is that there's natural shade. So if you're like us and you're too cheap to rent umbrellas, this is the kind of place you want to visit. And it's beautiful. I've seen one other naked person, there's a handful of clothed people. Just the only thing that's a little bit annoying is the jet ski school that seems to be happening here. But hey, you can't have it all. Lins went in the water and the jet skis magically disappeared. I don't know if that is coincidence. I really like the vibe of this beach. It's very chill, very laid back. But I'm not a big fan of the dark clouds that seem to be coming our way. If it starts raining, then it kind of sucks that you still have to hike back to the car. We're still dry, well, very sweaty, but dry from the rain. So let's move on to our next nude beach. St. Martin is by far the most famous naturist destination in all of the Caribbean, and that is all thanks to this place, to Orient Beach and to Club Orient. This used to be one of the most iconic nudist places in all of the world, and I'm not exaggerating. When we started Naked Wanderings back in 2016, this place was on the same level of Cap d'Agde. Everybody knew about this resort. So many people came here, and for so many others, it was #1 bucket list item. And this was all until 2017, when Hurricane Irma pretty much blew the place away. And this is what is left.
I don't know what it is, but it feels like there is this heavy cloud that is coming over on me. It's a sad feeling. I think this must have been the reception, because it's the first building that you see when you're entering the property. All along the resort you see these cables just laying down, and they're all been stripped because of the copper. See? And it is so hot in here, and I can only imagine how great the feeling must have been to strip down and just walk on this beautiful property right next to the beach without clothes. I have the urge to whisper here. You?
Yeah, it's a strange place.
Yeah.
A bit of a ghost town.
Yeah.
This resort used to have about 140 units, vacation homes, vacation rentals. It was really an upscale resort, a big resort. Of course, a lot of other places on St. Martin have been destroyed by Hurricane Irma. And this is 6 years ago, and a lot of them have been rebuilt. That's why so many people are wondering, why did nobody rebuild Club O? It's been such a popular place, such a famous place. If they would rebuild this, it would be once again one of the top nudist resorts in the world. But there's a reason for that. I have to read this from my phone. I don't really have all this information. I just found it on the internet. The problem is something called the PPRN, which is the Plan de Prévention des Risques Naturels. The plan to prevent natural risks. And basically what it does, after the hurricane, they re-evaluated the whole structure of St. Martin, and they identified regions that are risky for natural disasters, for hurricanes, for tropical storms. And this region, Club O, is one of the regions that is, that's in a big risk. So that's why they don't allow to build anymore. But of course, the people who lived here, the people who have been here for many years, they don't just accept that. So they keep fighting this year after year. But until now, as you can see, they don't seem to have made a lot of progress, unfortunately. The most important element in this story is that there is still a group of believers, so to say, of people who believe that Club Orient can return to what it once was. And this group is quite large and it's quite strong, so there is a chance that one day this might happen, that maybe in a couple of years we will have to return to St. Martin to visit the new and improved Club Orient. Or maybe not, we don't know. But even without the resort, this is still one of the most famous nudist places in all of the Caribbean, and that is because of its nude beach. Alright, we're on Nude Beach. It is a bit awkward to be sitting here in front of all these ruins, but of course we know the history of it, and also we are at a very far corner of the beach just to be able to make some shots because there are a lot of people here. I think the umbrellas are pretty much full, so we have to take some distance if we want to at least film something. From the beach it's easy to see why this was such a famous place, such a popular place. This is stunning, you know, the beach is white, the sea is green, bluish, there's the mountains in the backdrop. It's like, this is picture perfect Caribbean. And it's a nudist place, everybody can be naked here. It's really cool. There is one part of the resort that has been restored, and that is the bar. So, as far as I understood, it should be clothing optional.
And that is good news because I'm thirsty.
The information we got was right, the bar is clothing optional and they have food as well, so there's really no reason to get dressed. I gotta say, the prices in this bar are much more reasonable than I expected. It's €3 for a beer in a beach bar on the most famous nude beach in all of the Caribbean. That's, yeah, very acceptable. I expected a lot more. So, which beach was your favorite?
Happy Bay, for sure. Yes, I love the vibe.
Happy Bay was really cool.
Yeah.
I also liked Orient. It's more like a busy vibe, party vibe. So, if I could only choose one, I wouldn't really know which one.
Because of the bar.
Because of the bar.
Yeah.
So what happens next? Will we stay in St. Martin forever? Will we explore more beaches and make videos about all the beaches? Or do we move on to another place? That is something that you'll see in our next video.
So make sure to subscribe to our channel, and if you like this video, you know what to do. Please hit the like button and we just see you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.